guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your Fender Stratocasters and possibly even Telecasters. But one of the things that I had really been unimpressed with was the low output of the pickups. And you can only raise your pickups a certain amount and then they start to sound like crap, and they're going to start pulling at your strings too because they are magnetic pickups, right? And that can make you sound like you're out of tune, right? So anyways, not always raising pickups is going to really help you out. And if you lower them too much, of course, yeah, your output is really going to suck bad then too, right? So I've got two Fender Mustang 1 V2 amps, so they match. And what I've done is I've hooked everything into a preamp only mixer. Okay, so you don't want to do this with a mixer that has a built-in amplifier and then hook up guitar amps to that mixer, because you'll blow your amps. Okay, so what you need to have is a preamp mixer going into a guitar amp, or two if you want the stereo effect. And of course I want the complete balance control as well between left and right sides. I want my vocals in there, I want my rhythm machine on my loop core pedal going, blah blah blah. So I want to be able to set everything up to a great mix, and then this way when it comes time to putting that file off my pedal and into my computer, I don't have to do anything except maybe alter and put in a fade in or fade out effect, and that would be it. Everything's done and complete otherwise. So this gives you another advantage too of having the mixing board hooked in. So, but like I said, preamp only mixer, so no mixer that has a built-in amp, okay? Or like I said, you will blow stuff. So this is going to allow you where your amp doesn't have to be driven hard. My amp settings are not up for real discussion, but I will tell you what each amp is set at, because they're identical. Gain is between 5 and 6. Main volume's at 7, treble's at 4, bass is 5, and master is at 6. Now, with that, I'm just going to unplug this one here, and I'll plug in my wireless here. And this is the settings, right? But it's not the settings. I'm on the green H mode, or I think it's H, well, number sign. But anyways, it's the top selection in green, and that's actually a really clean amp once you get rid of any built-in effects that Fender did, and then just clean it up. And I've got those dials set totally different than what my amp is, because with a modeling amp, well, at least the Mustangs anyways, whatever you program your settings at in the software to the amp and then save them, it doesn't matter where your dials are set. Okay, you could have everything like crank full blast, and then whatever you set your software at, and then you turn your amp back on, it's going to take only the settings that you have in the software. So if you want to override those settings, well, then you got to monkey with controls. So I can actually override now if I want to, and that works out to do whatever. So if I want to add in some extra effects like modulation or delay effects above, I can do that. Now, some preamp mixers will have an effects thing built right in. Mine does, but you can also get effects racks and hook them into the mixers. Of course, then your pedals too, right? You've got your pedals hooked into your guitar, so your guitar goes out to your pedal, and then your last pedal on the chain goes into your mixing board, and then out to your amp or amplifiers. Okay, and then you get a world better control for custom tailoring your sound, because pedals are only going to have so much tailorability, right? And same as your amplifier, it's only going to have so much. But when you put a mixer in there, you can really go nuts and have a lot more fun too. And at the same time, you don't have to modify your Stratocaster or your Telecaster or clone of the Strat or Tele for more output through those pickups, because you're going to get more output by simply going right into the mixing board, and you can control that much better, because you do have main gain on a mixer, but then you've got your main volume for that channel, fading left or right, okay, so you can take away or add in. Even with one amplifier, you know, you're still using a microphone, a little rhythm box of some sort for your beat, you know, and then your guitar. You can still custom fade even on one side and still do your mix the way you want it and have it come out great. You know, I have the two amps on there here because I wanted the stereo effect, and I wanted the sound to surround my room in here, because this room actually does have really nice acoustics in it, and to be able to push both amps through, it's really a really amazing sound, much better than what you'll hear ever on camera. You know, so you'd have to like kind of be here, and it's like, wow, that's a really nice sounding area, right? So I want to be able to custom tailor at the same time. So you have a choice to use effects or not use effects if you have them built into the mixer. You know, now that's some serious output compared to what just plugging direct in the amp is. So I'm able to push more through and not harm my amplifier either, right? Which is a big thing. If you hooked up a powered mixer to a guitar amp, you could blow your amp. Same as powered speakers, you would blow the crap out of those speakers if you hooked a powered amp in. So preamp mixing board goes into an amplifier, right? And then out to your speakers. If you're running PA speakers, fine. In the case of the guitar amps, you want a preamp mixer going straight into your guitar amp or amps. And you've got 2 house channels left and right, and of course 2 monitor channels left and right. And I'm actually using my monitor section with a 1/4 inch jack to 1/8 inch stereo plug that goes into the back of my loop core pedal, which is made by Nuex. And then this way I can record everything right into my loop pedal, which also has a drum machine in it with 40 different beats that are totally customizable for your different rhythms and whatnot. So I can do this sort of thing. So I can really slow it down too. So I find that beat's a good beat, but I'm hearing a little too much tin, right? But I want to hear that hi-hat or whatever. So without changing anything in the amp, I control it all from the mixer. But if I want more out of the amp, I'd have to add in some extra bass or pull some treble away type of thing. But that will affect my end mix on my guitar. Okay? Also, by going through a mixing board will give you way better control over the bass, mid, and treble on each instrument plugged into the mixing board, including your microphone, because you want to do vocals. And with a drum machine, you don't want to have the effects loop if you have one built into your mixer or a rack on it. You don't want to have any effects going through your drum machine side. So you can turn that off from the dial here for effects, and then you can use effects for your microphone. And I would probably say if you're going to use pedals with your guitar, don't use any of the effects except what you absolutely may need out of the built-in effects or your rack. Like these amps don't have built-in reverb, okay, where you can control it from a knob up top other than in your modulation delay settings. But you have to customize that reverb exactly the way you want it for each song, if you want reverb or echo or whatever. Well, when you have your own pedals hooked up, you can kind of customize a little bit better. But if you still don't have a reverb type effect, or you've got several reverb effects on this mixing console, and you can have it just affect your guitar. So that's what I've got here. And I can push as much through or as little amount through as I want. So if I want to, like, say, leave my effect around 3 for the guitar, but I want a little bit more, I mess with the perimeter and then the effect return. I still want a little bit different reverb. So what do we got? We're on number 4. Let's move it into a stage 1 reverb. That's more better. Now I've cut back on the power a lot, so if I want to add more, it doesn't take much to get a lot extra. So that's actually not too bad, I like that. So let's hit the drum machine. So I've got a good rhythm going there. I've got good balance between the drums and the guitar. Then it's just a matter of throwing the vocals in next if you're going to do vocals, right? And, you know, but if I still need a little bit more tweaking on the guitar side, I want a little bit more mid. Okay, now let's try that out. Now I've got really what I'm after. Boom, it's set. So now I can just start my jam session going and record it all right into my pedal. I can record everything live right direct into my computer program, because I also have a studio microphone attached to my iMac, and so I'm going to get optimal sound quality. It's just a matter of placing that microphone in the room where I need it to pick up the best possible sound out of all of this, and then that's what we'll actually go into, because it, you know, it does make a difference where you put your microphone. But I don't want the mic in front of an amp. I want it maybe out in the room more, right? And I can change the angle of my microphone too, because of the type of mic I have. That's normally a desktop mic, but I can also throw that mic onto a mic stand if I want, or whatever, or just put it in the room where I need it. Boom, record everything, done. Listen back to the mix. If I like it, cool. If I don't, I move my microphone, start over, but then I don't have to touch any of these dials, because that part I really like. So this is also another advantage to hooking up a mixing system and playing through a mixer, because you get to custom tailor everything, and you get to change and alter the output of your guitar and not have to overdrive your amplifiers either. So really huge bonus there, guys. So anyways, if you got any other questions or whatever, feel free to ask, and I'll do the very best I can to answer them. I don't know everything in the world, but you know, I do know a fair amount. So anyways, thanks for watching, and hey, catch ya and have fun rocking.